video is going to be a bonus kind of spin-off video of yesterday's upload, which I'll hopefully have already watched, where we installed the full 6-inch lift front and rear. Hopefully this thing looks amazing. I'm sure it does. But I know not everybody likes squatted trucks, but there's a lot of people out there that also do. So this is a video I can film while I've got half the lift kit installed. And I've done this on Betty and the Duramax and Larry. I've done it on anytime I do a lift kit or a lowering kit, I always do the front or the rear first. That way we can showcase it for those that want to rock this look, because there's a lot of people out there that do like the squatted look. So just got done wrapping up the front. Hopefully I did not forget anything. Hopefully our alignment is not too crazy out of whack, so we can go drive this thing. But it's stock in the rear, which it's on the blocks or the jacks, so it's actually got far less wheel gap when it's on its own weight. But it's also going to be kind of a first reaction video for me, because we're just going to film this kind of vloggy vlog style where I'm just walking around talking to y'all and doing stuff. So I have not seen the truck obviously on wheels and tires yet, and I'm excited for it because our spindle is way down here. So this truck has got to come up quite a bit to bolt up to the wheels and tires, which are going to be the stocks and graps. And hopefully it's sitting tall and looking amazing, and all this was worth it, which I think it totally will be. This is taking far longer just due to parts shortage than I was hoping. Anyways, I'm gonna quit rambling. Squatted truck, denim, squatted, full 6-inch lift in the front, nothing in the back. Let's check it out. And yeah, I got my full redneck attire on this morning, boys. Not even intentionally. Got the solid white tee. I got my camo leggings inside my holy khakis with the boots. Dude, it's gonna be freaking tall. I am real curious to see how this thing rides, because rough country gets such a bad name. People saying it's cheapo parts and it rides like garbage, but honestly, man, it's just all metal. Betty rides great. But I know this is an older kit, older truck, which rides freaking amazing stock, or just with the keys up a little. So I'm very curious to give some long-term reviews. I say long-term, some reviews on the ride quality, honestly. Because I think people just like talking crap because they can afford a more expensive lift. So they want to feel better about themselves. So they say, oh, your $1,000 lift sucks. My $5,000 kit rides way better, and it probably really doesn't. Only thing I can see would be swapping out the shocks from rough country to some Bilsteins or something. But other than that, I haven't driven it, so I might be talking out my butt, but I bet it's gonna ride just fine. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. But if I jack it, like when it's on its own weight, will it straighten out? Probably not. Holy crap. Dadgummit. This one's leaning way in. I might try to adjust that real quick. Adjust our tie rods, adjust our upper control arm right there, push this top out some. I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'll catch up with y'all for getting it off jack stands and sitting it on the ground for the first time. On our own weight for the first time. Yes, dude. Honestly, it's pretty dang good. It's pretty dang good. Now, if we drive it a little bit, which we're fixing to, it'll settle some. So the rear will come down a little bit. The front might settle down. Honestly, it's sitting not that tall. I was expecting it to be a little bit taller. Let's see where our bump stops are. Okay, so we got a ton of room from our bump stops, so we definitely could crank it up some more, which I think we're gonna do. I think we're gonna go ahead and crank it up some, because we got an absolute ton. Our A-arms are pretty much completely flat, so I think we gotta go a little higher. I mean, yeah, it's sitting proper, but it's not like real tall. I mean, it is only a 6-inch lift. This is old school, it's only 6. Let's just hop in it real quick. Just, ow, see how she feels. Now, not only do we have the seat that leans back too far, but now we're actually leaning. And feels pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, like I said, this is like a first reaction. So we're probably gonna go up a little bit. I'm probably gonna jack it back up, crank those keys up a little bit more, try to do something with our alignment, because I messed with the camber, but I obviously did too much. And yeah, I think she's got to come up a little more. Oh my gosh, it's so bad out of alignment. So I ended up turning it up 5 full turns on both sides, and it's sitting a lot better to me. So let's go ahead and drive this thing around, get the suspension to settle, see what it ends up like. This is probably going to be the end to this video because I got to go ahead and install that rear lift for the main video before the sun goes down because I cannot put it off for another day. Got to get it all done today and uploaded for y'all. So we gotta get our butt in gear and hurry up. But I did just measure it, and funny enough, 6-inch lift. It is exactly 6 inches taller in the front than the rear tire to fender gap. 3 inches in the back, tire to fender. 9 inches in the front, tire to fender. So odd enough that that turned out exactly like that. But there's a few things I also noticed that I guess maybe I changed before the other video. You already saw it and it looks different. I'm definitely going to put the lower valance back on there, cover up some of the metal and just clunkiness that's right there. Mainly that piece right there. That valance will cover that up and look good. As well as I think I'm going to take the lower skid plate off. That way it looks taller because that obviously covers the front differential, but it dips down so low it does make the truck look like it's not got as much ground clearance versus if you had that off, it would just have a little bit of the diff sticking down and the truck will look taller. So I'm probably going to take that off, probably leave the front skid plate on there. Just it looks good, but the rough country drop bracket looks good too if you wanted to have no skid plate, but you'll see that front little steering thing. Either way, yeah. Here is your squatted truck content for those that like it. Honestly, I mean, it looks good as is. We'll see once I get the full lift on there. I'm sure to most people it's going to look better, but I don't mind it. I think this looks pretty freaking clean. It's not too crazy. Like I said, it's 6-inch difference. So I guess in all the states that they've got them banned, what is it, 4 inches? So this would attract probably a lot of attention, but it is crazy. Some of the trucks you see on Instagram, they're like really crazy. Like there is like feet difference between front and rear. Like it's not just, oh, it's 6, 8, 9 inch difference. No, because this is 6-inch difference, and it's not crazy looking. At least not to me. Maybe I have a skewed perspective just because I've been around this stuff. But I mean, yeah, it's obviously squatted, but it's not crazy. It's not like, I don't know. You can still 1,000,000% see to drive just like it was if it was level. I don't know. I'm not gonna ramble on about that. Y'all know squat light. Man, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. There's no in between. I mean, I get people saying that all my trucks are squatted and they're like literally 2 inches lower in the back just to give it a little bit of lean. It's not squatted. It's just got a little lean. This is squatted. But it's not extreme either because you could definitely go lower. Drop shackles, higher in the front, all those different. It could get way more extreme. This is not crazy, but it's a pretty clean look. It's a little much for me. I would not rock this every day, but I can see why people like it. I mean, it gets attention. It's different. It's a squatted truck. That's why people like it. It gets attention. Either way, I'm going to quit rambling. Like I said, I got to get this rear lift installed, video uploaded, and it's like 2 o'clock already. I've got 2 hours to do all that, which ain't that long. Ain't that freaking long. Is there anything else I wanted to say? Don't think so. That's her, boys. 6-inch lift in the front, stock in the back, on the graps. Looking pretty clean.